Hi, everybody. Joe Cioffi here. Weather in 5 days in 5 minutes on this Wednesday, the 5th of April. And as we take a look at the satellite loop, you can see the problem in the Northeast, particularly if you're in northern New Jersey, northeastern Pennsylvania, across the Hudson Valley into southern and southeastern New England and Long Island. You're socked in with clouds today and with an east wind. Now, if you go to southern New Jersey and southern Pennsylvania and point southward, it's partly to mostly sunny. And temperatures are going to have a really wide spread. If you look at the forecast high temperatures for late this afternoon, we're looking at upper 40s in southeastern New England with an east wind, low 50s across southern Connecticut and Long Island, back to the Hudson Valley in northern New Jersey. And then on the other side of the front, when we look down in southern New Jersey and southern Pennsylvania and point southward, we're in the upper 70s and low 80s for forecast highs. Now, tomorrow, that front's going to go back northward again. So we're looking at temperatures that will be, except along the immediate coast, for example, southeastern New England, right around the Cape, it'll be in the mid and upper 50s. So will the east end of Long Island and maybe right along the shores of southern Connecticut. But it should make it up into the upper 60s and low 70s from New York's east of New York and northeast of New York City. And we'll see upper 70s and low 80s from the Hudson Valley down through New Jersey and into southern Pennsylvania, Maryland, Delaware, and in Virginia. Now, that may bring some issues on the warmer air with regards to the chance maybe for some thunderstorms tomorrow evening. For today, the risk areas are lining up in the Ohio Valley. And this is the radar as of 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time. You're seeing some severe thunderstorm warnings and even a few tornado warnings. And I think we're probably going to see much more as we go through the day. Heavy showers moving into the Canadian side of New York State and across northeastern New York. And looks like some showers advancing in northern Vermont and eventually up into western Maine. Not much going on in the southeastern part of the United States where it's fairly quiet. And the last of the snows in the northern plains are finally beginning to lift out to the northeast. The Storm Prediction Center, as of 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time, has 3 working tornado watches. And you see the watches extend from northeastern Louisiana all the way up into southern Michigan. Please bear this in mind. If you're watching this later this afternoon or this evening, obviously this is dated, so you want to go to weather.gov to make sure that you have the latest weather information when it comes to severe weather. So we're talking an enhanced risk of severe weather in a band from Ohio down into northwestern Tennessee. Slight risk goes all the way down into East Texas. And this comes, by the way, with a 5% tornado risk in a large portion of that area that's under enhanced risk. They had a 10% risk yesterday, and they took it down. Now, the Storm Prediction Center for tomorrow, if the warm sector sets up into southern New England, that would mean that there's a marginal risk of severe weather that has been now pushed further to the north. Marginal would mean isolated severe thunderstorms. And this is what we're seeing here now for Long Island, for southern Connecticut, and the Hudson Valley. So they've pushed it a little further north. New Jersey, southeastern Pennsylvania, on southward into Virginia and North Carolina and western South Carolina. That is going to come with, at least for now, no tornado risk, or let's say minimal tornado risk for that area. And it's mostly about strong gusty winds and maybe some areas of hail. So here's how it works on the weather maps. You've got a deep low there in the northeastern corner of Minnesota. You have a trailing cold front that runs from about Chicago down to Little Rock, Arkansas, to just north and west of Houston. The warm front is sort of pinched across central New Jersey. That'll move northward tonight and for tomorrow. Late tomorrow afternoon, might be some showers that'll move across New England down to about Long Island during the early morning hours on Thursday. Then we'll break out into some sun, and we'll watch for the possibility that there could be some showers and thunderstorms when the front goes by. The southern end of that front's going to get hung up from North Carolina southwestward into the western Gulf of Mexico, and there's probably going to be some kind of low that will develop there and move out to the east. But it looks to me like the Northeast is going to be protected by a chilly high over the Great Lakes starting on Friday and lasting through the weekend. Models are trying to hint that maybe the rain gets as far north as, say, southernmost New Jersey to the Delmarva Peninsula. So perhaps during Saturday we'll have some high clouds around to mix with the sunshine. But it does look like a good weekend overall, and Easter Sunday looks like a very good day. Friday, Saturday highs will be mostly in the 50s. Sunday highs will be in the upper 50s to low 60s. And next week, barring a backdoor cold front, it looks like much of next week could be kind of nice and on the warm side. And I don't know what that is that the GFS is making in the Gulf of Mexico. So if that were to be true, that would be highly unusual. But you know what? We'll probably talk more about that and the overall weather pattern across the United States tonight on the Joe and Joe Weather Show at 7:35 p.m. Eastern Time. So we hope to see you then.